Actually, today morning I received a mail on school email ID where there was again a bomb threat and threat of bloodshed. So, as a precautionary measure, I immediately called police and everyone was here by 6:30. And bomb squad is also here and they are also checking. I am not sending any child inside the building as a precautionary measure.
ये बच्चे अंदर गए हुए हैं, ये बोला हुआ 15 मिनट आप वेट कीजिए यहाँ पे, पूरी रेस्क्यू चल रहा है अंदर बम स्फोट का। उसके बाद में इन्फॉर्मेशन आएगी, जब आपको हमारे को गाइड किया जाएगा उसके बाद हम जाएंगे, बच्चा लेके जाएंगे। इससे पहले भी कुछ दिन पहले भी ये जानकारी आई, 1 दिन पहले भी हुआ था, ये बच्चों को वापस भेजा गया था। हाँ,
परसों भी स्कूल से मैसेज आ रहा है कि बॉम्ब थ्रेट है, तो बच्चों की छुट्टी हो गई थी, तो हम बच्चों को वापस आज भी हमें नहीं पता चला था। अभी जब छोड़ा है तो यही गेट पे पता चला है कि फिर से बॉम्ब थ्रेट आया है और मैडम ने सुबह 5:45 बजे मेल आया है और अभी मैडम क्लियरेंस करवा रही है। तो वंस अंदर कमांडोज हैं वो क्लियरेंस दे देंगे इन्हें, they will start regularly.
My colleague Akhil is joining us live on the broadcast to help us with more details. Akhil, another day, another saga of hoax bomb threats. You know, it was just last week when we were conversing about this particular scenario being escalated at a point when it is an embarrassment and a complete panic situation for students and children and parents as well. But what exactly is happening at this point in time? Help us with the details.
Well, that's right, Priyanka. If you see this very morning, what we have seen that again, similar kind of phenomena took place in the national capital. 5 different schools in the national capital have received the bomb threat emails, and after that what we have seen that the Delhi police team has sent their dog squad team and the bomb disposal squad team over there at the various spot, and during their scanning process a proper SOPs was being followed, and there they have found nothing suspicious in the college premises. And what we have seen that earlier even itself 2 days back, what we have seen, there were 8 different schools which include DPS in Dwarka region as well. Apart from that, Andhra school, that was one of the prominent schools in the national capital capital has received such kind of threatening emails. So if you just talk about this week only, in this week what we have seen that over 35 schools have received bomb threatening emails, and all of them turned out to be a hoax when the Delhi police team arrived over there, and after proper SOP being followed by the Delhi police team, they have found nothing suspicious from the premises of these schools. So it raises the alarm at several levels itself, because it's not only concerning the students of the very school, it also basically concerning the warden or the parents of those kids as well, because security is one of the biggest concerns that we have been seeing that over the last approximately 11 months such kind of incidents have been happening over and over again.
Right, Akhil, since these incidents are on a repeat for a very, very long time, it was previously also where we had seen such incident coming to light. What exactly future prospect plan that has been chalked out by the Delhi police in order to identify these notorious people behind sending out these hoax threats to the schools?
Well, Renka, if you see, in some cases what we have seen that there were students, class 9th students or 8th students have done such kind of activities just to fearmonger other students. But in some cases what we have seen that the link of this email threats to these schools have been attached to international level, where the IPN number which has been discovered by the Delhi police has showed some Germany connections as well. Because if you see, what we have seen that in the recent past there was a bomb threat email to a South Delhi school where the email threat was linked from Germany. So at that point in time we have also inquired about these questions to the Delhi police as well. So nothing substantial has come out from that investigation, that why such threatening emails keep coming back to the prominent schools in the national capital.
Right, Akhil, attempts been made to destabilize the peace and tranquility at schools and colleges in the national capital. We will be continuing to track that story. But viewers, moving on, more breaking news trickling in on the broadcast. FBI has arrested another top 10 most wanted fugitive, Cindy Rodriguez Singh. Singh is wanted on state charges of killing her 6-year-old son. She will face charges of unlawful flight to avoid prosecution and capital murder of a person under 10 years of age. In March of 2023, authorities in Everman, Texas, conducted a welfare search for Singh's child after He had not been seen since October 2022. Singh allegedly lied to the authorities about his whereabouts and then 2 days later boarded a flight to India and we believe has not been back to the United States since then. Singh was charged in October 2023 in the District Court of Tarrant County, Fort Worth, Texas, and in November, the authorities issued a federal arrest warrant for the charge of unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. This is the fourth 10 most wanted fugitive arrested in the last 7 months. That's a credit to the tremendous field work, law enforcement partners, intelligence operatives, and an administration who is letting good cops do their jobs. And that is the latest breaking news. We're tracking viewers on Republic at this point in time where the FBI has arrested one more top 10 most wanted fugitive. The picture that you see is of Cindy Rodriguez Singh. She is wanted on the state of charge of killing her 6-year-old son, and she will face the charges of unlawful flight to avoid prosecution as well, and capital murder of a person under 10 years of age. Back in 2023, authorities in Texas had conducted a welfare search for her child after he was not seen for a very, very long time. She apparently lied to the authorities about his whereabouts and then just 2 days later boarded a flight to India. With that, moving on, viewers, in a tragic turn of events, a 65-year-old man died after being hit by a speeding car near the Mullanpur Air Force Station. Here's a report.
In a tragic turn of events, a 65-year-old man succumbed to his injuries after being hit by a speeding car outside Air Force Station in Mullanpur near Chandigarh. The car, bearing a Chandigarh registration plate, was driven by a teenage girl. Another girl and 2 youths were also travelling in the car, and all 4 teenagers are students of a management college in Sarangpur. Following the accident, serious allegations have surfaced against the local police. Instead of registering a formal complaint against the accused, it is claimed that a settlement of 9 lakh rupees was arranged. After the local authorities investigated the case, beer bottles and other objectionable items were recovered from the car. The incident has raised questions from law enforcement and locals demanding stricter actions. The family members of the victim are demanding justice and stricter actions against both the accused and the officials that decided to settle for the money instead of probing into the case.
Bharat 1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
After the heavy rainfall which have resulted in severe flooding, the NDRF and locals conduct a rescue operation after a car along with its 3 passengers were washed away in Desai Creek in Valsad district at Gujarat. The driver of the car has been rescued while his wife and child, the other 2 passengers, are still missing. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate a 13.61 km long newly constructed metro network and a newly constructed subway at Howrah Metro Station in Kolkata on 22nd of August. He will also flag off the Naupada Jai Hind Viman Bandar metro service from Jasor Road, the Shealda Esplanade metro service and the Beleghata Hemanta Mukhopadhyay metro service. Successful test firing of Agni 5 intermediate range ballistic missile. Intermediate range ballistic missile Agni 5 was successfully test fired from the integrated test range in Odisha. The launch validated all operational and technical parameters. It was carried out under the aegis of the Strategic Forces Command. The SCALP, also known as Storm Shadow, is a long-range air-launched cruise missile developed by the MBDA, a European defence consortium involving France, the United Kingdom and Italy. With a range exceeding 250 kilometers, terrain-hugging flight and a dual-charge warhead, Scalp is designed to penetrate hardened targets like bunkers and command centres with surgical precision. Tejas, while agile and modern, lacks the standoff punch needed for strategic missions. The SCLP fills that gap, transforming Tejas from a tactical platform into a strategic asset. With France restarting the Scalp production in 2025 after a 15-year pause, India has a rare window to acquire a proven system that aligns with its evolving doctrine of precision, deterrence and reach. Here's why the IF urgently wants the Scalp missiles on Tejas.
To avoid sending jets deep into hostile airspace, India is choosing missiles that can do the job from a safe distance, and on the top of the list come Scalp, also known as Storm Shadow. It is a subsonic cruise missile developed by MBDA and used by several NATO countries. It's designed to destroy hardened targets like bunkers, air bases, and command centers from a safe distance. For India, this missile fills a critical gap in its strike capabilities, especially in the context of growing threats from both Pakistan and China. The missile's range exceeds 250 kilometers, allowing Indian aircraft to launch it from well outside enemy air defense zones. This is important because both adversaries have invested heavily in surface-to-air missile systems and radar networks. Scalp's low observable design and terrain-following flight profile make it difficult to detect and intercept. It flies close to the ground, hugging the terrain, and uses a combination of GPS, inertial navigation, and terrain mapping (TERPROM) to reach its target with high accuracy. Once it arrives, its dual-charge warhead penetrates the structure and then explodes inside, maximizing damage. Currently, Scalp is deployed only on India's Rafale jets. These are powerful platforms but limited in number. India is now exploring the possibility of integrating Scalp with its Tejas Mk-1A and Mk-2 fighters. These jets are domestically produced, more affordable, and expected to form the backbone of the Indian Air Force in the coming years. If Scalp can be successfully integrated with Tejas, India would gain a much larger fleet of aircraft capable of deep strike missions. This would significantly enhance its deterrence posture and operational flexibility. The interest in Scalp also reflects a shift in India's military doctrine. Instead of relying solely on ballistic missiles or risky cross-border operations, India is building a layered strike capability. This includes standoff weapons like Scalp, precision-guided munitions, and stealth platforms. The goal is to respond to threats quickly and effectively without escalating into full-scale war. Scalp allows India to hit strategic targets like enemy air bases, missile storage sites, and command centers without crossing the line of control or the international border. This makes it a valuable tool for limited, high-impact operations. There's also a technological dimension to India's interest in Scalp. Scalp is a sophisticated missile with advanced guidance systems and programmable mission planning. It represents the kind of capability India wants to master either through joint development or future indigenous efforts. Learning from Scalp's design and performance could help India develop its own next-generation cruise missiles, reducing dependence on foreign suppliers and strengthening its defense industry. China's growing missile arsenal and Pakistan's expanding air defense network have made it clear that India needs smarter, stealthier, and longer-range weapons. Scalp is a direct response to that challenge. It gives India the ability to strike first, strike deep, and strike precisely without crossing red lines or inviting retaliation. In today's strategic environment, that kind of capability isn't just useful, it's essential.
Viewers, coming up on the other side, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar to meet Russian counterpart Lavrov today, set to discuss bilateral agenda. Rekha Gupta attacker sent to 5-day remand. Cops may recreate crime scene.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला। भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना। आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ, 8 मिनट में तैयार, क्या टेस्ट है, सब का राजा आर प्योर मसाला। I choose a world where we care and we dare to love. I choose a world where we dream and the limit is the sky. And this world is my home where I'm living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics.
Living my best life.
Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है, अरे मेरे राजा।
To avoid sending jets deep into hostile airspace, India is choosing missiles that can do the job from a safe distance, and on the top of the list come Scalp, also known as Storm Shadow. It is a subsonic cruise missile developed by MBDA and used by several NATO countries. It's designed to destroy hardened targets like bunkers, air bases, and command centers from a safe distance. For India, this missile fills a critical gap in its strike capabilities, especially in the context of growing threats from both Pakistan and
Viewers, top headlines tracking right now. High-speed car runs over and kills elderly man near Air Force Station in Bulampur. Beer bottles found in car. Allegations of cover-up surface. Two FIRs registered against CSDS official Sanjay Kumar in Maharashtra as Congress data scandal explodes. Shocking crime in the capital. 3 members of family found murdered inside their home. Police is conducting the probe. Suspects still at large. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar to meet Russian counterpart Lavrov today, set to discuss bilateral agenda. Rekha Gupta's attacker sent to 5-day remand. Cops will recreate crime scene. And viewers, we are live and breaking. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest coming in. Jammu railway station on alert after pigeon with IED blast threat caught near the Indo-Pakistan international border. The BSF has caught a pigeon. Now we are coming to know this is the area of Arispura with a paper tied to its leg. The paper tied to the pigeon reads Jammu station IED blast. Jammu Kashmir police was informed of this threat by the BSF after the pigeon was caught. Railway station was put on big and high alert following this threat through the pigeon. And the paper also had Kashmir Hamara hai and Waqt aa gaya hai, aa jayega written in Urdu. So back-to-back updates coming in right now. Security has been stepped up, viewers. High alert after we see that the BSF caught a pigeon along the international border in the Dwarka sector, and we see that there was a little paper which was attached to the pigeon threatening the IED blast in the coming days. So you can see the picture coming in on the screen. That is a pigeon. I repeat, that is that pigeon that already has been caught with a bomb threat note attached to it. And like we're telling our viewers, it just didn't have the bomb threat note. It also had many other statements, and it said very clearly Jammu station IED blast. It also said
that Kashmir hamara hai, waqt aa gaya hai, aa jayega. Okay, let's go straight across to my colleague who's joining us. We have with us Goswami who's joining us live right now. Goswami, this is very, very important for our viewers to understand, how big of a threat level this is, because we know security has been stepped up and security drills are being conducted. But do the security forces, the BSF, know exactly who sent that pigeon?
See, if we speak of this incident that has been reported in the Khatmaria area of the Dwarka sector of the Jammu international border, the Indo-Pakistan international border, it is in the forward post of the BSF that this pigeon was recovered, after which the agency swung into the action. Jammu and Kashmir police was informed by the border security force of this incident taking place, that a threat letter has been recovered from a rubber band that was tied with the leg of this pigeon, and it reads that the Jammu station ID blast, post which the security has been beefed up. Right now we are outside the Jammu railway station, and here you will see the security beef up that has taken place. Generally also this is one of the vulnerable places, or you can say that the high value asset locations of the Jammu and Kashmir, and that's why a security grid is always intact. But now after this threat, the security mayors, additional security mayors have also been taken by the Jammu and Kashmir police, as well as the GRP, which is responsible for the security of the railways, and the every vehicle that is coming and going by is thoroughly being checked, and only then being allowed to move beyond this point. Because see, thousands and thousands of pilgrims on daily basis, they travel via train from this very railway station. So now this Jammu station ID threat, the possible threat that this page has that has been recovered from the this pigeon's right leg tied with a rubber that reads, and also the other two slogans that were there that were detrimental to the sovereignty of the country, that are really concerning for the security forces. And that is why what we have witnessed, that how the security forces have swung into the action. We are told that the police station, the police has also taken a note of this incident. A daily diary report has already been written in the RS Pura, and also the investigations are underway. This is being done to ensure that the whosoever is sending this pigeon, because its route cannot be tracked, that is for sure, because it was not a digital device that can be tracked back to its roots. So it has to be alertness that need to be followed, and that is what we are witnessing here at the Jammu Tawi railway station, where the security has been beefed up after this threat from the pigeon has come up with the BSF authorities that have informed Jammu and Kashmir police, and now an alertness is being maintained round the clock.
That's right. And, if you could help our viewers understand whether this is the first incident. Is this the first incident, Goswami, of pigeons being caught like this, carrying messages, or we have seen this before?
See, if I recall properly, there was an incident in the Kathua. It was a couple of years ago, but it was nothing that it was carrying a threat letter. A pigeon was caught. It was having a ring with the Pakistani number. So it was but obvious, because what these those who actually keep these pigeons, they actually tie a band with their legs, so that if they go somewhere, they can be informed of the same. But this is the first instance that we have seen in Jammu and Kashmir where a pigeon has been caught with a threat level, with a threat letter, and that threat stating that Jammu station ID blast. So it cannot be that it is out of blue, but it seems to be a deliberate attempt. The message has been sent. Whether it is a true threat that is going to take place, that is cannot be said at this given point of time. But yes, there has been a threat that has been found, and now the security forces are maintaining a high level of alertness when it comes to the railway security.
Okay, that's right. Thank you for those details, Goswami. I will be, in fact, we will be getting our viewers more updates. Now, the picture you see on your screen is that pigeon which has been caught. This is a pigeon with an ID blast threat note which was attached to it near the Indo-Pakistan international border. The BSF caught this pigeon, and there was a paper tied to its leg. The paper tied to pigeon's leg reads, Jammu station ID blast. Jammu Kashmir police was informed of this threat by BSF after this pigeon was caught. All right, let's move ahead right now to some of the stories tracking. From trade to geopolitics, India-Russia ties are back in sharp focus. That is right. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar is in Moscow on a 3-day visit, and on day one he met Deputy Prime Minister, held talks with the scholars and paid tributes at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Jaishankar will also hold bilateral talks with Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, even as both sides prepare for Russian President Putin's expected visit to India later this year. Here's a report.
From trade to geopolitics, India-Russia relations are back in focus. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is in Russia for a 3-day visit. On the first day of his official visit to Russia, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held a key meeting with Russia's Deputy Prime Minister Denis Manturov.
I believe that each working group and subgroup should include at least one possible target and pursue it with full tenacity. Or I would suggest for your consideration that we should have at least 2 intersessional meetings between the IRITC sessions. We could also do a virtual midterm review with all the co-chairs like we did in 23. It will certainly help us to take corrective measures and come up with adjustments.
Earlier in the day, the External Affairs Minister interacted with prominent scholars and think tank representatives. During the meeting, both sides discussed India-Russia relations, contemporary world geopolitics and India's point of view. Dr. Jaishankar also laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier in Moscow's Alexander Garden, a war memorial dedicated to the Soviet soldiers who died during the Second World War. The External Affairs Minister will also now co-chair the 26th session of the India-Russia Intergovernmental Commission on Trade, Economic, Scientific, Technological and Cultural Cooperation. During his stay, Jaishankar will also hold bilateral talks with his counterpart in Russia, Sergei Lavrov. The meeting would focus on regional and global issues. The visit precedes a potential high-level interaction as Russian President Vladimir Putin is expected to visit India later this year, following an invitation from Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
All right, viewers, opposition vice presidential candidate Justice B. Sudarshan Reddy will be filing his nomination, viewers, at 11:30 a.m. today. So that is something that we'll be tracking very, very closely. Remember that the NDA's pick already has filed the nomination yesterday. NDA candidate C.P. Radhakrishnan had filed nomination yesterday, and today Justice Reddy to file the VP nomination today. So back-to-back updates coming in here, viewers, on Republic TV. And the NDA candidate for Vice Presidential poll, C.P. Radhakrishnan, filed his nomination yesterday. Now his former Supreme Court Judge B. Sudarshan Reddy was named as India Alliance's Vice Presidential candidate. And after that, we see that, remember when the announcement had first come in, Kharge, Congress leader Kharge said that all opposition parties have agreed that it is an ideological battle and that is why they are contesting. So we also know that Congress President Kharge has said that today is the day when Sudarshan Reddy will be filing his nomination. That is 21st. That is today. So back-to-back updates coming in right now on Republic TV. Let's go straight across to my colleague Harsha is joining us. Yes, Harsha, yesterday we showed our viewers pictures of the nomination which was filed by the NDA candidate C.P. Radhakrishnan. And today the Indie Bloc's candidate will be filing the nomination. So what can we expect in a few moments from now?
So, Shivangi, at around 11:15 a.m. In the chamber of Mallikarjun Kharge, all the opposition Indie Bloc MPs will gather there, and also together all of them will be moving towards Rajya Sabha Secretariat, which is RS 28, and Secretary General of Rajya Sabha will be ensuring that the nomination is filed. He's a protocol officer for the filing of the nomination. So Secretary General will be helping out with all the official papers, and Mallikarjun Kharge, along with all the Indie Bloc, MPs and the floor leaders of the opposition party like DMK, Samajwadi Party, RJD, all the MPs will be together with Mallikarjun Kharge. We'll get the visuals of Sonia Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, and also Tiruchi Shiva, Akhilesh Yadav. All of them accompanying B. Sudarshan Reddy, who is the candidate of Vice President from the side of the opposition bloc, will be filing his nomination at around 11:30 a.m. today. Yesterday, C.P. Radhakrishnan, the NDA VP candidate, had already filed the nomination, but today the opposition bloc VP candidate will be filing his nomination. This is also important in the backdrop, as today is the 21st and today is the last day of the filing of the nomination. And once the nomination is filed, the process for the campaigning will begin. Back to you.
That is right, Harsha. As we count down, we see that the elections will take place on September 9th with counting scheduled the same day. So the elections and counting will be scheduled the same day. And speaking purely about the numbers, if you could just help our viewers understand who right now looks like a stronger candidate. It's very obvious that C.P. Radhakrishnan looks like a stronger candidate given the numbers, just purely on the numbers. Harsha. Harsha.
Yes, the 320 is the which the candidates have to achieve. But if we talk about the overall number which the BJP has, which the NDA has, they have more than 400. So we can clearly say the number figure is clearly with the NDA VP candidate, and therefore it was very much easy for the NDA candidate only to become the vice president. But still, this is a proper election. Therefore, the campaign will begin. And also, Rajnath Singh is the campaigning manager. Kiran Rijiju is the election agent for the NDA VP candidate, and all these state leaders, all these state parties like TDP, JDU, LJP, all their leaders will be meeting one-on-one with CP Radhakrishnan. Like yesterday, there was a meeting between CP Radhakrishnan and HT Kumaraswamy, who's the JDS leader and also the minister in the cabinet. So one-on-one from today, it has started. CP Radhakrishnan will be gathering support for his candidature and for all the parties stating that he wants support from them. Although this is an election campaign and it happens, it's the guidelines just to be followed, gearing for the support and asking for the support. But if we talk about the numbers, and he clearly has the numbers, which is 400 plus. So ND has the edge over the VP candidate. Back to you.
All right, thank you for those details. I will be coming back to you, Harsha, for more as we see that the VP candidate, Justice B. Sudarshan Reddy, will be filing his nomination today. Let's see what else is happening from all across the globe.
Bharat 1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together, we can.
Getting more updates coming in. The Yamuna River in Delhi is flowing close to the danger mark, raising concerns of possible flooding in low-lying areas. Authorities are closely monitoring the situation and have advised people living near the banks to remain alert. Disaster management teams are on standby as precautionary measures are being taken to prevent any major incident. An elderly man was killed after being run over by a high-speed car near the Air Force Station in Mulampur. The car carrying 2 boys and 2 girls was reportedly found with beer bottles and other objectionable items. The police made a settlement of 9 lakh rupees instead of filing a case, which has sparked outrage. 5 schools in Delhi, including Prasad Nagar, Dwarka Sector 5, has received bomb threats. At least 121 schools in the capital received bomb threat emails in the past few days, claiming explosives have been planted inside the premises. Delhi Police's dog squad, Delhi Police's bombs disposal squad, and 5 brigade team are at the spot. Nothing suspicious has been found from any school so far. Viewers, in the last 4 days, Delhi has been rattled by a series of bomb threats to schools. More than 50 schools in Delhi have received bomb threats through email since the past 3 days. Here's more.
In a shocking turn of events, concerns regarding the safety of the schools in Delhi have been questioned, as more than 50 schools in Delhi have received bomb threats via email since the past 3 days. The local authorities have claimed that the bomb threats are received by a series of emails coming from the group named Terrorizers 111. The threats, which were later declared hoax, induced chaos in DAV Public School, Faith Academy, Doon Public School, Sarvodaya Vidyalaya, Rahul Model School, Maxford School in Dwarka, SVK in Malviya Nagar, and Andhra School in Prasad Nagar. 5 schools in Delhi, including Prasad Nagar and Dwarka Sector 5, received bomb threats today, prompting immediate police and fire department response.
Today morning I received a mail on school email ID where there was again a bomb threat and threat of bloodshed. So as a precautionary measure, I immediately called police and everyone was here by 6:30, and bomb squad is also here and they are also checking. I am not sending any child inside the building as a precautionary measure.
Students from BGS International School in Sector 5 were seen evacuating the building as Delhi Police and Fire Department arrived at the location.
ये बच्चे अंदर गए हुए हैं, बोला हुआ 15 मिनट आप वेट कीजिए यहाँ पे, पूरी रेस्क्यू चल रहा है अंदर बम स्फोट का। उसके बाद इन्फॉर्मेशन आएगी, जब आपको हमारे को गाइड किया जाएगा उसके बाद हम जाएंगे, बच्चा लेके जाएंगे। इससे पहले भी कुछ दिन पहले भी ये जानकारी आई, कुछ दिन पहले भी हुआ था, ये बच्चों को वापस भेजा गया था। हाँ।
These repeated threats have resulted in widespread chaos amongst children and parents. With more than 80 schools targeted in just a week, Delhi's education system is on the edge.
And viewers, and we go ahead to other stories coming in right now, where India's strategic defense capabilities were significantly enhanced on Wednesday when it successfully tested the Agni-5 intermediate range ballistic missile from the this test range. This happened in the coast of Odisha, and according to officials, the launch, which was conducted under the Strategic Force Command's auspices, has now verified the missile's operational and technical specifications. Now, here's everything that you need to know about this. Take a look.
India has successfully test-fired the ICBM, the intermediate range IRBM ballistic missile, that is Agni-5, from the integrated test range in Chandipur of Odisha. And the launch has validated all operational and technical parameters. Test launch carried out under the aegis of the Strategic Forces Command. It's a long-range missile, viewers, and it is, of course, very, very important to note. It's a new capable Agni-5. It's an ICBM, what Pakistan has been fearing for the longest time. That has been fired. And remember, India had extended, viewers, recently extended the NOTAM, the Notice to Airmen, to 4,795 kilometers into the Indian Ocean for a missile test that was scheduled for 2028, that is today and tomorrow. Now, the NOTAM warning was issued by MOD, the Ministry of Defense, and now this is the Agni-5, new capable Agni-5, the ballistic missile that has been tested successfully from Odisha. And remember, viewers, recently the Islamabad-based think tank SBI had warned the Shehbaz Sharif government and Asim Munir of that no corner of Pakistan is safe because of India's plans, India's missile mission, and that has been now once again rattled a lot of people in Pakistan, viewers. All right, we will get you more updates on that. It's also known as the bunker buster, viewers. It's an intercontinental ballistic missile, and it's a new variant. It's a conventional weapon capable of carrying massive 7,500 kilogram bunker buster warhead. So that's a big breaking news that we are tracking right now. It has a very, very long range, and this is India's indigenous Agni-5, and this is a successful test, the precision strike that it could carry out till 5,000 kilometers. So this is the ICBM that has been tested, nuclear capable missile of India that has been successfully tested from Odisha, the coast of Odisha. And that's the breaking news we are getting in and closely tracking, viewers, for you. And this has a very, very long range. So this was much discussed in Pakistan, remember, already. And China has been also keeping a close eye on the Agni-5, and that's why we've seen a lot of suspected spy ships from China that have been making their presence in the Bay of Bengal, remember. So this is Agni-5, India's missile that has been now successfully tested, and it has a precision strike of around 5,000 kilometers. It's a bunker buster missile. It's known as the bunker buster missile, test fired from the Chandipur coast of Odisha. So that's the big story that we're tracking right now. Very major military boost, major defense boost for India. And that's, of course, rattling the neighbors as well. It's a new capable Agni-5 that was in the works for the longest time. It was there were many tests that were lined up.
Getting some more breaking updates coming in. Justin, viewers, Indian rupee rises against the dollar. Indian rupee advanced marginally on Thursday after the minutes of the Reserve Bank of India's Monetary Policy Committee August meeting stressed on uncertainties of the impact of the US tariffs. The domestic currency opened higher at around 87.03 against the dollar. The unit has slipped to 11.69% in the current financial year and 1.57% in 2025 so far. In August, it gained around 0.73% against the dollar. So this is what we see right now. Rupee rises after India-US policy. We see that. I want to go straight across to what is happening right now. Pranav is joining us. Yes, Pranav, take our viewers through what has led to the Indian rupee advancing.
Well, there are two factors that normally affect beyond the larger geopolitical aspects. So one is, of course, the US dollar weakening, and the second is the rupee strengthening. Now, the two things that we're seeing here is one is that the uncertainty over Donald Trump's tariff has kind of put dollar in a turmoil. So that's the first aspect. The second aspect is the rupee strengthening. And as you rightly said, the minutes of the MPC yesterday just reinstated the faith in the Indian economy. Prime Minister's announcements of GST reforms is one of the major boosts. And the second is, of course, the easing of tensions over Donald Trump's tariffs, following, his hint that he may not consider the additional tariffs that he's imposed on India for buying oil from Russia. Yes. So, these are two factors that have reinstated the confidence in the Indian economy, and that's what is showing the strength in the rupee today.
All right. Well, thank you for those details, Pranav. Rupee gains marginally amid a U.S. tariff threat. Huge update coming in right now on Republic TV. And like Pranav was telling us, this has happened after the minutes of the Reserve Bank of India's Monetary Policy Committee August meeting. Let's go ahead and take a short break, viewers. We are live and breaking, but do not go anywhere. We have many more stories for you, especially put a focus on the high-speed car runs over and kills elderly man near the Air Force Station in Mulanpur. Beer bottles found in the car. Allegations of cover-up are surfacing now. Plus, 2 FIRs registered against CSDS official Sanjay Kumar in Maharashtra as Congress data scandal explodes. Stay tuned.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सब का राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta was attacked at her residence on the morning of 20th August. The Delhi CM was attending the weekly Jan Sunwai program at her official residence in Civil Lines. According Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva, the Chief Minister suffered a slight blow to the head. The suspected attacker has been identified as Rajesh Bhai Sakaria. He is 41-year-old and hails from Rajkot. However, there are no details on the motive for his attack. There's no clarity on whether his attack was politically motivated or if he was mentally unstable. The suspect has been detained by the Delhi police and is being questioned. The incident took place at around 8:30 am. The public grievances hearing is held every Wednesday at the Chief Minister's camp office. The hearing begins at 7 am and people from across Delhi arrive with their complaints and petitions. Rekha Gupta meets the complainants personally, one after the other. Around 8:30 am, one of the complainants approached the Chief Minister and attacked her. Police nabbed the accused and took him to the Civil Lines police station.
મુખ્યમંત્રીના ફડાકો માર્યો છે તો આવું શું કહેશો તમે? આવું કેમ એમને કર્યું છે? એનો મગજ એવો છે ભાઈ, ઈ ગમે ને મારી દે ને મને કરી મારી દીધું, હું પલ્લવી વઈ ગઈ।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरी डे।
To avoid sending jets deep into hostile airspace, India is choosing missiles that can do the job from a safe distance, and on the top of the list come Scalp, also known as Storm Shadow. It is a subsonic cruise missile developed by MBDA and used by several NATO countries. It's designed to destroy hardened targets like bunkers, air bases, and command centers from a safe distance.
I choose a world where we care and we dare to love. I choose a world where we dream and the limit is the sky. And this world is my home where I'm living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics.
Living my best life.
Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Ten years of Creta, legend forever.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta was attacked at her residence on the morning of 20th August. The Delhi CM was attending the weekly Jan Sunwai program at her official residence in Civil Lines. According Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva, the Chief Minister suffered a slight blow to the head. The suspected attacker has been identified as Rajesh Bhai Sakaria. He is 41-year-old and hails from Rajkot. However, there are no details on the motive for his attack. There's no clarity on whether his attack was politically motivated or if he was mentally unstable. The suspect has been detained by the Delhi police and is being questioned. The incident took place at around 8:30 am. The public grievances hearing is held every Wednesday at the Chief Minister's camp office. The hearing begins at 7 am and people from across Delhi arrive with their complaints and petitions. Rekha Gupta meets the complainants personally one after the other. Around 8:30 am, one of the complainants approached the Chief Minister and attacked her. Police nabbed the accused and took him to the Civil Lines police station.
મુખ્યમંત્રીના ભડાકો માર્યો છે તો આવું શું કહેશો તમે આવું કેમ એમને કર્યું છે એનો મગજ એવો છે ભાઈ ઈ ગમે ને મારી દે ને મને કરી મારી દીધું હું પલ્લવી વઈ ગઈ એનો મગજ ખારો હોય તો કોઈનું પાટલો લઈને મને મારવા એવો મગજ છે ટીવીમાં એને કૂતરાનું જોયું તો ઘરમાં કઈ એનું વર્તન ફરી ગયું હા આ સેફટીમાં મેં તો ઢીકા મારો સેફટી તૂટી જાય ને એવા ઢીકા માર્યા એને પશુથી પ્રેમ હા પશુનું જ વધારે ઘરનું નહીં.
Chief Minister Rekha Gupta was then taken for a medical checkup. Sachdeva met
from Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Well, hello and welcome viewers. You're watching Live and Breaking. I'm Priyanka Chaudhary. We will be diving deep into the investigation and the developments in connection with the attack on Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta yesterday and how the interrogation process is moving forward. But as usual, first up the top headlines. High-speed car runs over and kills elderly man near Air Force Station in Chandigarh. Beer bottles found in the car. Allegations of cover-up surface. Two FIRs registered against the CSDS official Sanjay Kumar in Maharashtra as Congress data scandal explodes. Shocking crime in the capital. 3 members of family found murdered inside their home. Police probe underway. Suspect still at large. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar to meet the Russian counterpart. Lavrov today set to discuss bilateral agenda. Rekha Gupta's attacker sent to 5-day remand. Cops may recreate crime scene. Viewers, breaking news coming in. The centre has accorded Z category CRPF security to Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta. This is coming in from the sources. The sources also reveal that the CRPF personnel have arrived at Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta's residence a day after she was attacked during Jan Sunwai. Additional security is also being deployed at and around her residence. That is the latest breaking news coming in as far as security to the Delhi Chief Minister is concerned. Now, the centre has accorded Z plus security cover by the CRPF. The personnel have already arrived at the Chief Minister's residence this morning. And this is coming in, all these developments come in a day after the Chief Minister was attacked during the Jan Sunwai, while additional security is being deployed at the residence. Shambhavi is joining us live to give us more details on this. Shambhavi, what we also understand now that as far as the investigation is on, there is an added security cover which has been given to the Chief Minister of Delhi, accorded 7, Z plus category CRPF security. Help us with more details.
Yes, absolutely. We are standing outside Rekha Gupta's residence right now. Let us show you around. This is the situation now. This is a stark contrast with what there was yesterday. We have just got an update that CRPF has now taken the responsibility of Rekha Gupta's security, and she will be provided with a Z level security, which means enhanced personal security. And you can see that there is a contrast. Yesterday there were a lot of people here after that unfortunate assault, and today you can see there are a couple of other people who are here. It is starkly empty. There are a few laborers who are moving inside for some construction issues inside the bungalow, and also in an update, the accused was presented before the judge at around 12 a.m. Between 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. today, where he's now sent to 5 days police custody, and there were a lot of delays in relation to him being produced before a judge. There were a lot of changes with the judges from one justice to another duty magistrate. But now, after a very, very elaborate and long medical checkup of the accused, he was then produced before the judge at his residence at around 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. And now we have got an update that CRPF will be officially taking over the security of Rekha Gupta. As you can see outside, this is the exact situation here outside. It's very stark difference from yesterday, and with Z security, which means enhanced personal security for Rekha Gupta. Back to you.
Shambhavi, also help us understand what exactly happened in the court, given that the accused has been sent to remand for 5 days. Give us details on that front as well.
Absolutely. Yesterday at around 4 p.m., the FIR was registered under 3 charges. There were 3 charges. One was attempt to murder. The other one was obstructing a civil servant while discharge of duties, and also use of criminal force and assault on a public servant while they are discharging their duties. These were the 3 sections under which he was charged in the FIR. Then he was supposed to be produced in Tisari court around 4 p.m. But there was some delay because he was was taken to the hospital. He suffered from a lot of internal injuries, so he was taken to one hospital. From there, the judge unfortunately went up. The judge was not available, so he was then supposed to be presented before the duty magistrate. And all of us that were there, we were waiting around 8 p.m. But again, the accused was not produced before the duty magistrate there at Tisari court. And we later got information that he was then produced at the judge's residence at the duty magistrate, which is Justice Arvind Tomar, Judge Arvind Tomar, and he was produced before that judge at his residence around 12 a.m. to 1 a.m., somewhere between that, where the judge has sent him now for a 5-day custody. There has also been information that he has a criminal history where around 2 accounts of assault and 3 accounts of smuggling and transporting and manufacturing of alcohol has also come forward. So he definitely, this was a very huge, unfortunate assault, and now he will be taken back. And there is an interrogation underway where they are trying to establish the exact motive. Although there has been reports, he has said that there was some divine intervention that he wanted to, that is why he,
Right. Shambhavi, stay on with us as we address more breaking news coming in on the similar lines. Delhi police have revealed the accused behind the attack on Chief Minister, identified as Rajesh Khimji. During the interrogation, Rajesh claimed that he was driven by a divine order from Lord Shiva's Bhairava form, which he believed manifested into a shivling after the Supreme Court order on the dogs. The alleged divine voice instructed him to go to Delhi and present his grievances, and he then travelled to Delhi without a ticket, asking for directions to the Chief Minister's residence along the way. He allegedly attacked the Chief Minister, Rekha Gupta, after she ignored his appeal to not remove the dogs from Delhi. And he had a prior history of protesting, including an incident in Ayodhya where he was beaten by the security guards. Shambhavi continues to be with us. Shambhavi, as you were rightly mentioning that he does have a history. Previously also he was beaten by the security guards in Ayodhya. He has been protesting also regarding the dog issue from, after the Supreme Court had given its order. But very, very bizarre and information coming in that during his interrogation, he revealed that he was driven by a divine voice who instructed him to go to Delhi and present his grievances. In fact, he travelled to the national capital without a ticket, and along his way, he was asking for the Chief Minister's address.
Absolutely. There was also a CCTV camera footage which revealed that he was doing a recce of the CM's residence, both at her personal residence at Shalimar Bagh and this one at Civil Lines. And he was trying to understand how does this operates. He then obtained a chit of that Jan Sunwai. He obtained a chit where the address of this Jan Sunwai and the timing was written. And he entered the residence. The most bizarre is he entered the residence under the facade of being a complainant. That is how he reached so close to the Chief Minister, and that is when he carried out that assault, and showing that he had a previous history, criminal history of similar instances of being beaten up, and there were a lot of severe charges as well. So this shows that there was, apart from the divine intervention that he has been claiming regarding, and there has been a lot of backlash after Supreme Court's order on the stray dogs. There has been a lot of protest all over Delhi NCR, where people, animal lovers, have said that this decision altogether is very impractical. So this can be seen as just another instance which went way too far. Back to you.
Absolutely, Shambhavi. Appreciate you joining us with all the details. Keep tracking the developments from outside the Chief Minister's residence in the national capital. We'll also listen in to some political reactions coming in on that front.
का जो क्रिमिनल बैकग्राउंड निकल के आया है, 9 आपराधिक मामले, उसमें तस्करी से लेकर शराब के धंधे से लेकर और हत्या की कोशिशों के मामले, इस प्रकार के बहुत गंभीर मामले इस व्यक्ति पर पहले से दर्ज हैं। और यहाँ पर भी वो जिस तरह से आया, वो बहुत ही पेशेवर अपराधियों के तरीके से पहले मोबाइल में रिकॉर्डिंग करी है, घर में गया है, घर में जाके लोगों से बातचीत करी है। तो जो सभी चीज़ें जो दिख रही हैं, वो एक गंभीर प्रोफेशनल अटैक हुआ है ऐसा दिखाई दे रहा है। लेकिन हम सभी लोग दिल्ली पुलिस की जांच का, उसके परिणामों का इंतजार कर रहे हैं।
जो भी है, जिसने भी किया है, ये बहुत ही निंदनीय है। किसी भी इलेक्टेड पर्सनैलिटी के ऊपर इस तरीके का हमला जो है वो लोकतंत्र के लिए अच्छा नहीं है। दिल्ली में पता नहीं क्या हो गया है, लगातार ये चीज़ें होती आ रही हैं। ये कल्चर कहाँ से आया है? जब पीछे दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री थे तो उन पे भी कभी कलौच पोत दी जाती थी, कभी हमला हो जाता था। मतलब ये बहुत ही गलत है।
Shifting focus, in the last 4 days, Delhi has been rattled by a series of bomb threats to schools. More than 50 schools in Delhi have received bomb threats via email since the past 3 days.
In a shocking turn of events, concerns regarding the safety of the schools in Delhi have been questioned, as more than 50 schools in Delhi have received bomb threats via email since the past 3 days. The local authorities have claimed that the bomb threats are received by a series of emails coming from the group named Terrorizers 111. The threats, which were later declared hoax, induced chaos in DAV Public School, Faith Academy, Doon Public School, Sarvodaya Vidyalaya, Rahul Model School, Maxford School in Dwarka, SVK in Malviya Nagar and Andhra School in Prasad Nagar. 5 schools in Delhi, including Prasad Nagar and Dwarka Sector 5, received bomb threats today, prompting immediate police and fire department response.
Today morning I received a mail on school email ID where there was again a bomb threat and threat of bloodshed. So as a precautionary measure, I immediately called police and everyone was here by 6:30. And bomb squad is also here and they are also checking. I am not sending any child inside the building as a precautionary measure.
Students from BGS International School in Sector 5 were seen evacuating the building as Delhi police and fire department arrived at the location.
ये बच्चे अंदर गए हुए हैं, बोला हुआ 15 मिनट आप वेट कीजिए, यहाँ पे पूरी रेस्क्यू चल रहा है अंदर बम स्फोट का। उसके बाद में इन्फॉर्मेशन आएगी, जब आपको हमारे को गाइड किया जाएगा उसके बाद हम जाएंगे, बच्चा लेके जाएंगे। इससे पहले भी कुछ दिन पहले भी ये जानकारी 1 दिन पहले भी हुआ था, ये बच्चों को वापस भेजा गया था। हाँ।
These repeated threats have resulted in widespread chaos amongst children and parents. With more than 80 schools targeted in just a week, Delhi's education system is on the edge.
Bharat 1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
In order to generate employment for the youth of the Poonch district, the Indian Army Poonch Brigade organized a defence sporters recruitment rally in the extreme border belt of Swajuan hilly terrain. The recruitment process aims to provide job opportunities to unemployed youth while also strengthening the army's support base in forward areas. Rawal village in Devbhumi Dwarka district faces flooding due to incessant heavy rainfall. Connectivity from Rawal village to Kalyanpur village affected due to the flooding. This comes after multiple states in the country are battling severe floods. A building collapsed near Trimbak police station in Old Nashik in Maharashtra, burying around 7 people under the debris. Fire department teams rushed to the spot and managed to rescue the trapped individuals. Police and fire brigade are carrying out operations to remove the debris. The injured have been taken to the Nashik district hospital for treatment. Viewers, breaking news coming in. HAL has received approval from the Cabinet Committee of Security to proceed with the production of 97 LCMK-1A jets, an advanced version of the Tejas fighter jet developed by HAL. These jets aim to modernize the Indian Air Force by replacing the aging MiG-21 fleet. The project marks a significant step in India's indigenous defence manufacturing capabilities, enhancing national security and reducing reliance on foreign technology. So, big breaking news there, viewers, which we are tracking on Republic. HAL has received approval from the CCS to proceed with the production. Pranav is joining us on the phone line with more details. Pranav, help us understand what exactly does this mean, because it's a significant development with the production of 97 LCMK-1A jets being given a green signal.
Yes, absolutely. The Light Combat Aircraft, as it is called, that's LCA Tejas, is the indigenously developed fighter jet. And in the recent times where we've seen turmoil with, a dependence on U.S. Technology, so to say, in light of tariffs, it is a significant development. One, from the point of view of Make in India, because the Prime Minister has been vehemently saying that we need to make in India, and Make in India defense definitely gets a boost because of this. It will be, as you rightly said, replacing the aging MiG-21 fighter jets and help fill the deficit. Remember, the Indian Air Force has a squadron deficit because of the aging aircraft. So the required squadron strength is about 33, and this definitely will help bridge that the deficit that is there, which is about, it is somewhere around 22 to 23 squadrons is what open sources reveal. So the remaining squadrons will definitely be filled using by inducting these aircraft in the Indian Air Force.
Well, also, this is a very, very significant step, as you were talking in, India's indigenous defense manufacturing capabilities. And this is going to be enhancing the national security and also will be reducing our reliance on foreign tech. So what is next in terms of, more such fleets in promoting the Atmanirbhar Bharat?
Well, the dependence on foreign technology, as you can see on the global stage right now, the U.S., which has been one of our allies in the recent past, has been put in a turmoil, in a tumultuous position because of Donald Trump's tariffs. Russia has been an all-weather friend, but India's experience with Russian fighter jets, because of sometimes the availability of spares, has been a bit of a question. So yes, a dependence on indigenous aircraft is one of the most important. In fact, the LCA project, which was started in 1983, was delayed during the previous governments, but it's been put on track once again. The Kaveri engine, which actually has been instrumental, there was a delay in that, so there was a decision taken to move to globally made engines. So the LCA program as such is back on track, and this means that it will replace the MiG-21 fighter jets. So along with the indigenous LCA plus Rafale plus Sukhoi plus MiG-29, which are already in service, the Indian Air Force will definitely be a stronger force and a future-ready force.
Well, absolutely. Thank you for bringing us all the details there at this point in time. And viewers, we will be continuing to track in more details on that story, but moving on. The Scalp, also known as a Storm Shadow, is a long-range air-launched cruise missile developed by the MBTA, a European defense consortium involving France, the United Kingdom and Italy, with a range exceeding 250 kilometers, terrain-hugging flight and a dual-charge warhead. Scalp is designed to penetrate hardened targets like the bunkers and command centers with surgical precision. Tejas, while agile and modern, lacks the standoff punch needed for the strategic mission. Scalp fills that gap, transforming Tejas from a tactical platform into a strategic asset. With France restarting the production in 2025 after a 15-year pause, India has a rare window to acquire a proven system that aligns with its evolving doctrine of precision, deterrence and reach. Well, here's why the IAF urgently wants to scalp missiles on Tejas.
To avoid sending jets deep into hostile airspace, India is choosing missiles that can do the job from a safe distance, and on the top of the list come Scalp, also known as Storm Shadow. It is a subsonic cruise missile developed by MBDA and used by several NATO countries. It's designed to destroy hardened targets like bunkers, air bases and command centers from a safe distance. For India, this missile fills a critical gap in its strike capabilities, especially in the context of growing threats from both Pakistan and China. The missile's range exceeds 250 kilometers, allowing Indian aircraft to launch it from well outside enemy air defense zones. This is important because both adversaries have invested heavily in surface-to-air missile systems and radar networks. Scalp's low observable design and terrain-following flight profile make it difficult to detect and intercept. It flies close to the ground, hugging the terrain, and uses a combination of GPS, inertial navigation, and terrain mapping (TERPROM) to reach its target with high accuracy. Once it arrives, its dual-charge warhead penetrates the structure and then explodes inside, maximizing damage. Currently, Scalp is deployed only on India's Rafale jets. These are powerful platforms but limited in number. India is now exploring the possibility of integrating Scalp with its Tejas Mk-1A and Mk-2 fighters. These jets are domestically produced, more affordable, and expected to form the backbone of the Indian Air Force in the coming years. If Scalp can be successfully integrated with Tejas, India would gain a much larger fleet of aircraft capable of deep strike missions. This would significantly enhance its deterrence posture and operational flexibility. The interest in Scalp also reflects a shift in India's military doctrine. Instead of relying solely on ballistic missiles or risky cross-border operations, India is building a layered strike capability. This includes standoff weapons like Scalp, precision-guided munitions, and stealth platforms. The goal is to respond to threats quickly and effectively without escalating into full-scale war. Scalp allows India to hit strategic targets like enemy air bases, missile storage sites, and command centers without crossing the line of control or the international border. This makes it a valuable tool for limited, high-impact operations. There's also a technological dimension to India's interest in Scalp. Scalp is a sophisticated missile with advanced guidance systems and programmable mission planning. It represents the kind of capability India wants to master either through joint development or future indigenous efforts. Learning from Scalp's design and performance could help India develop its own next-generation cruise missiles, reducing dependence on foreign suppliers and strengthening its defense industry. China's growing missile arsenal and Pakistan's expanding air defense network have made it clear that India needs smarter, stealthier, and longer-range weapons. Scalp is a direct response to that challenge. It gives India the ability to strike first, strike deep, and strike precisely without crossing red lines or inviting retaliation. In today's strategic environment, that kind of capability isn't just useful, it's essential.
Viewers, coming up on the other side, high-speed car runs over and kills elderly man near Air Force Station in Chandigarh. Beer bottles found in the car, allegations of cover-up surface. After the break, we will also be tracking in developments related to External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar meeting with the Russian counterpart Lavrov today to discuss the bilateral agenda.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
To avoid sending jets deep into hostile airspace, India is choosing missiles that can do the job from a safe distance, and on the top of the list come Scalp, also known as Storm Shadow. It is a subsonic cruise missile developed by MBDA and used by several NATO countries. It's designed to destroy hardened targets like bunkers, air bases, and command centers from a safe distance. For India, this missile fills a critical gap in its strike capabilities, especially in the context of growing threats from both Pakistan and China. The missile's range exceeds 250 kilometers, allowing Indian aircraft to launch it from well outside enemy air defense zones. This is important because both adversaries have invested heavily in surface-to-air missile systems and radar networks. Scalp's low observable design and terrain-following flight profile make it difficult to detect and intercept. It flies close to the ground, hugging the terrain, and uses a combination of GPS, inertial navigation, and terrain mapping (TERPROM) to reach its target with high accuracy. Once it arrives, its dual-charge warhead penetrates the structure and then explodes inside, maximizing damage. Currently, Scalp is deployed only on India's Rafale jets. These are powerful platforms but limited in number. India is now exploring the possibility of integrating Scalp with its Tejas Mk-1A and Mk-2 fighters. These jets are domestically produced, more affordable, and expected to form the back.
Viewers, the Jammu railway station is on alert after pigeon with IED blast threat caught near India-Pakistan international border. Our colleague Gursimran brings you this report.
This incident that has been reported in the Khatmaria area of the Dharmastala sector of the Jammu international border, the Indo-Pakistan international border. It is in the forward post of the BSF that this pigeon was recovered, after which the agency swung into the action. Jammu and Kashmir police was informed by the border security force of this incident taking place, that a threat letter has been recovered from a rubber band that was tied with the leg of this pigeon, and it reads that the Jammu station ID blast, post which the security has been beefed up. Right now we are outside the Jammu railway station, and here you will see the security beef up that has taken place. Generally also this is one of the vulnerable places, or you can say that the high value asset locations of the Jammu and Kashmir, and that's why a security grid is always intact. But now after this threat, the security mayors, additional security mayors have also been taken by the Jammu and Kashmir police, as well as the GRP, which is responsible for the security of the railways, and the troop, every vehicle that is coming and going by is thoroughly being checked, and only then being allowed to move beyond this point. Because see, thousands and thousands of pilgrims on daily basis, they travel via train from this very railway station. So now this Jammu station ID threat, the possible threat that this page has that has been recovered from the this pigeon's right leg tied with a rubber that reads, and also the other two slogans that were there that were detrimental to the sovereignty of the country, that are really concerning for the security forces, and that is why what we have witnessed, that how the security forces have swung into the action. We are told that the police station, the police has also taken a note of this incident. A daily diary report has already been written in the Dharmastala, and also the investigations are underway. This is being done to ensure that the whosoever is sending this pigeon, because its route cannot be tracked, that is for sure, because it was not a digital device that can be tracked back to its roots. So it has to be alertness that need to be followed, and that is what we are witnessing here at the Jammu Tawi railway station, where the security has been beefed up after this threat from the pigeon.
Coming up on the other side, high-speed car runs over and kills elderly man near Air Force Station in Chandigarh. Beer bottles found in the car, allegations of cover-up surface. After the break, we will also be bringing in details of External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar meeting with Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov today, set to discuss bilateral agenda.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta was attacked at her residence on the morning of 20th August. The Delhi CM was attending the weekly Jan Sunwai program at her official residence in Civil Lines. According Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva, the Chief Minister suffered a slight blow to the head. The suspected attacker has been identified as Rajesh Bhai Sakaria. He is 41-year-old and hails from Rajkot. However, there are no details on the motive for his attack. There's no clarity on whether his attack was politically motivated or if he was mentally unstable. The suspect has been detained by the Delhi police and is being questioned. The incident took place at around 8:30 am. The public grievances hearing is held every Wednesday at the Chief Minister's camp office. The hearing begins at 7 am and people from across Delhi arrive with their complaints and petitions. Rekha Gupta meets the complainants personally one after the other. Around 8:30 am, one of the complainants approached the Chief Minister and attacked her. Police nabbed the accused and took him to the Civil Lines police station.
મુખ્યમંત્રીના ભડાકો માર્યા છે તો આવું શું કહેશો તમે? આવું કેમ એમને કર્યું છે? એનો મગજ એવો છે ભાઈ, ઈ ગમે ને મારી દે ને મને કરી વાત।
PF formally takes over security of Delhi CM Rekha Gupta day after attack. Z category security in effect from midnight. Another big boost for India's defense bandwidth. HAL confirms approval of 97 LCA fighter jets. High-speed car runs over and kills elderly man near Air Force Station in Mulanpur. Beer bottles found in car, allegations of cover-up surface. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar to meet Russian counterpart Lavrov today, set to discuss bilateral agenda. Amid tariff war by Washington, Indian rupee advances marginally against US dollar. Well, I've been breaking up Shivangi Shukla. Let's get you the big breaking update coming in right now. Actress Rini and George has made serious allegations against a powerful youth leader, claiming that he sent her obscene messages and continued to harass her despite warnings. While she chose not to reveal his name, the BJP claims that the alleged accused MLA is Rahul. That is right, Rahul Manko Thatil. And Rini stated that she had filed complaints against him in multiple places, but despite this, he continued to be rewarded with positions and honors within the party. So, back-to-back updates coming in right now, viewers on Republic TV. Have huge allegations coming in. Actress Rini George has made a huge allegation, and she has accused a Kerala youth politician of harassment. That is right. Malayalam actor Rini George has accused a youth leader of harassment, and in fact, the BJP claims that the alleged accused MLA is a youth leader from a prominent political party. I want to go straight across to my colleague who's joining us right now. We have with us Ashwin who's joining us. Ashwin, just take our viewers through exactly what we know so far, because we see that though Rini had not really, named the politician, the BJP has gone ahead and held a march towards the office of a Congress MLA.
Absolutely. The BJP has taken out a march claiming that the person in question is none other than the Palakkad MLA who had recently won from the constituency of Palakkad in by-poll elections. And this is none other than Rahul Mankuttathil is what the BJP is claiming. And they have taken out the march. In fact, there has been many rumors that has been going around for quite some time in the last few weeks about Rahul Mankuttathil, misbehaving with women, allegedly misbehaving with women. And this has now again come forward where Rini George has not named the particular Congress party member, but has given hints that he has recently become an MLA, and then the party has given him more positions and power despite giving this complaint. Rini has come forward to even state that she knows many members of this particular party and that he does not want to tarnish the party whatsoever, and therefore she does not want to take the name. But she has come forward to claim that this person has sent lewd messages to her, and despite a warning, despite telling him that she would take it up with the higher authorities, he did not stop at it, and therefore this allegation is certainly serious and needs to be seen how whether the Congress party will officially respond or not to it. However, the BJP has taken out a protest march against Rahul Mankuttathil's office in Palakkad.
That's right. Let's take a view through the allegations which have come in because we see that Rini has alleged that the leader invited her to a hotel, and when she threatened to inform his party, he did not apologize. He challenged her to go ahead. Rini has not revealed the name of the party or the politician involved.
Absolutely. In fact, this is what Rini has come forward to claim, that the politician involved, in fact, said that they invited her to stay with him at a 5-star hotel. And despite her strongly, responding to it, this continued is what she has come forward to state. It stopped for some time, but again continued. and she has expressed her dismay in the fact that this has not been taken well by the party. What is also very important is that she has come forward to state that she said so because she heard that the same man has misbehaved with several other women and nobody was coming out against him. And that is when she decided to do so. So certainly it looks like there could be more allegations that will come forward, especially at a time when a prominent actress, a relatively prominent actress has come forward to make these allegations.
Ashwin, we're still getting some more updates here, but has Rini George filed a complaint? Has any complaint been filed? Okay, I'll come back to you. Brinda Adige, women activists, joining us on the phone line. Ashwin, I'll come back to you. We have a guest joining us on the phone line. Thank you for joining us here. Even though Rini Ann George has not directly gone ahead and named this politician, young politician, but what she has said is quite shocking. She said that if I would have gone ahead and informed the party, she said if I told him and informed the party, he was so not afraid. He said that you can go ahead and do what you want.
This is the kind of impunity. May I continue?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the kind of impunity we witness and we see, especially women. And the Me Too movement was one of those stepping stones where the women came out and there was so much of support from the media and from other members of the community. In this particular case, with the arrogance that he says you can go and report to anybody, means he's not afraid. And that not being afraid, that impunity is what stops many of the women from coming forward to talk. Because even the political leaders or their own party leaders rarely take any action for fear of votes or losing the votes of the young people or the people that he's in contact with. So we are looking at a set of influential, powerful, almost also rich people who are not afraid and have the gall to send messages to women asking them to come and meet them in a 5-star hotel. Absolutely unacceptable. And so we need to hold the party leaders accountable for this, because they don't seem to have any ethical behavior that has been set down by the party, or for that matter, even that is not there in their political parties. At least there you can complain, but nothing like that. And this is where we want to ask, if these are the kind of politicians who are being grouped by various political parties, do we elect these kind of people at all? Where is the safety? Where is the protection? They become our policy makers tomorrow. And it is such a shame in Mother of Democracy that we have a young politician who is going all out to say, you can go and complain to anybody. I'm not afraid. I hope the State Commission for Women take cognizance of this. Though they are toothless, they still have some role, at least to name and shame the fellow.
All right. Thank you for joining us there. Brinda Adige, women activist, joining us here on Republic TV. We'll be tracking the story very closely. We really have to move ahead right now to some of the stories we're tracking. Raj Thackeray meets Maharashtra CM Devendra Fadnavis. Back-to-back is coming in here, viewers, on Republic TV. And MNS head Raj Thackeray has met his CM Devendra Fadnavis. And this is coming in after the first joint electoral contest where Thackeray led Shiv Sena UBT and Raj Thakray's Maharashtra and Navnirman Sena in the elections which were held. This is the BEST Employees Cooperative Credit Society elections had ended a short while back, and just after that we see that both these leaders are meeting. And let's tell you exactly what is happening here. We'll try to, of course, connect to our colleague as well, Satya Prakash, to understand what is happening. But definitely this meeting that has happened between Raj Thackeray and Devendra Fadnavis has sparked a huge political buzz as to what these two leaders will be doing next. Okay, so this is coming in, remember, after the defeat for the Shiv Sena UBT and the MNS in the BEST Credit Society elections. And the loss is being seen as a big setback before the upcoming BMC polls. Back-to-back updates coming in here, viewers, on Republic TV. And the timing of the talks are fueling a lot of curiosity, a lot of buzz. So to understand exactly why this meeting is important, I want to go straight across to my colleague who's joining us, Satya Prakash. Yes, Satya Prakash, the meeting between Raj Thackeray. Okay, we'll go to Satya Prakash in a short while from now. We'll go to Satya Prakash short while from now. But Like we said, the Raj Thackeray and Devendra Fadnavis meeting is fueling a lot of political buzz, a lot of talks, and there's a huge significant meeting, especially after we understand that Mumbai is waiting for the BMC polls as well. So let's go straight across to Satya Prakash. We have Satya Prakash with us. Satya Prakash, yes, take our viewers through exactly what happened in the meeting. What did these two leaders talk about, and a lot of buzz about what really happened.
देखिए, जिस तरह से राज ठाकरे आज देवेंद्र फडणवीस सीएम से मुलाकात करने गए हैं, क्योंकि जिस तरह से कल बेस्ट का रिजल्ट आया था, जिसमें कहीं कहीं दोनों ठाकरे बंधु जो है साथ में चुनाव लड़ा था, कहीं कहीं एक भी सीट नहीं मिली थी। एक सीट दोनों को एक भी सीट नहीं मिली, और जो महायुति है, महायुति की विजय हुआ था। उसके बाद ये कहीं कहीं लोगों में, जो मराठी लोगों में, उनका कहना था कि दोनों ठाकरे बंधु साथ में आएंगे, कहीं कहीं अलग समीकरण होगा। लेकिन कहीं जिस तरह से कल बेस्ट का रिजल्ट आया, कहीं दोनों बंधुओं को, दोनों भाइयों को हार हुई और महायुति की जीत हुई। आज सुबह देवेंद्र फडणवीस महाराष्ट्र के मुख्यमंत्री से मिलने राज ठाकरे वर्षा पे पहुंचे हुए हैं। लगभग आधे घंटे तक मुलाकात हुई, क्योंकि जिस तरह से कल रिजल्ट आया था, महाराष्ट्र के मुख्यमंत्री ने कल साफ तौर से कहा था कि दोनों ठाकरे बंधुओं को जो हवा बनाया गया था कि दोनों ठाकरे बंधु साथ में आ रहे हैं और मराठी वोटर जो है उनके साथ जाएगा। लेकिन कहीं कहीं जिस तरह से बेस्ट का रिजल्ट आया, साफ तौर से दिखाता है कि महाराष्ट्र के जो मराठी लोग हैं वो महायुति के साथ है, बीजेपी के साथ है, शिवसेना शिंदे गुट के साथ है, और इसी वजह से कहेंगे महायुति की, एनडीए की जीत हुई थी। दोनों ठाकरे बंधुओं के साथ आने के बाद अलग समीकरण महाराष्ट्र में देखने को मिल रहा था, लेकिन कल के चुनाव फैसले आने के बाद कहीं कहीं अलग ही दिशा में दिखाई दे रहा है। जी।
All right, thank you for getting those details. I'll be coming back to you for more on that story. I really have to move ahead right now. Let's go to the next set of breaking updates we're getting for you viewers. Dharmastala hoax activist Mahesh Thimarodi has been arrested. Focus now completely on the Dharmastala hoax conspirator. So back to back coming in here, viewers on Republic TV. And this is coming in as we saw that these activists were campaigning in the past few days under the Justice for Saujanya banner. Okay, we see that Dharmastala hoax activist Mahesh has now been taken into custody. That is what we see right now by the police. So back up is coming in here, viewers in Republic TV. And this is coming in as we see that the focus is now shifted completely on Dharmastala hoax conspirators. Mahesh Thimarodi had led the campaign against the Dharmastala temple. In fact, a few days ago, he was campaigning under the Justice for Saujanya banner and had released documents alleging irregularities in the disposal of unidentified bodies in Dharmastala in 2010. Back to back is coming in here. Let's go to Niranjan, who's joining us, our executive editor. Niranjan, if you can just take our viewers through the latest coming in.
These are exclusive pictures coming in from the Republic Kannada team, and this is one of the activists. This is the anti-Dharmastala activist. Anti-Dharmastala activist Mahesh Thimarodi has been picked up. He was one of the activists who was leading the entire campaign against Dharmastala. There was a group of activists, in fact, who were also feeding the YouTubers with information and funds, etc., which of course will at some point become a part of the investigation. But Mahesh Thimarodi is someone who has been fighting the Dharmastala Temple Trust for many years now. He's one of those activists against whom the police have also begun, investigation. It appears that he had made some disparaging remarks that hurt the Hindu religion. He also made some insulting comments against some top leaders, after which he has been picked up by the police. But that may just be the tip of the iceberg, because it appears now that the focus will be on the group. We've been talking about a group. We've been talking about a set of activists who've been leading this campaign against the Dharmastala temple, and that campaign, that action seems to have begun now. Mahesh Thimarodi, one of the activists, has just been picked up. We don't know whether it's a formal arrest. Perhaps the police will tell us in a short while from now. But from the initial information that we have, he's been picked up. He's been taken into custody, and in all likelihood will be formally arrested in a short while from now. And the focus, it appears now, has been completely shifted to the hoax and people who came up with the story of the mass burial. Republic Kannada has been, peeling open the layers of this Dharmastala hoax, and for some strange reason, you will also see, or rather, actually you will not see it. Other channels are not even covering the story because, there is a sense, and we are sticking our neck out and saying that this was a well-planned conspiracy. where even the media houses were involved. We are told that some media houses were also paid off. Now, this is something that will also be a part of the investigation. But you look at the intensity with which all media houses went after the story. They went there, they did documentaries, they did special videos, etc., to claim that hundreds and thousands of bodies were buried. These stories were picked up, dutifully by the Western media. The likes of Al Jazeera, New York Times, all of these websites picked it up. Say that in a temple town, thousands of bodies were buried. And it appears to be a part of a very well-oiled campaign. And the allegation is that there is a Congress MP from Tamil Nadu who's behind this, who planned this very well, someone who served in Karnataka at some point. That parliamentarian, we are told, is not even coming to parliament since yesterday. We've been trying to track him as well. So the story is getting very interesting. But the point is, the hoax about the mass burial is laid bare, and the focus now is on the conspirators, and they are being picked up one by one. Even the state government. Just look at the response of the state government. First claimed, we will investigate, we will find bodies, etc. They formed an SIT. When they found no bodies, they said, okay, we are waiting and watching, we'll wait for the report. And when the reports actually came out, they failed to even cite those reports. The report said that the skull that was found was not even of a woman, it was of a man. And then the Deputy Chief Minister, very embarrassed because he has a Hindu vote bank, came out and said there is a conspiracy. And now it appears that the state government has egg on its face for back to left lobby and giving in to this investigation demand. But this has turned out to be such a big hoax that even leaders within the Congress are speaking out openly, saying that this was not needed for a state government that faced so much anti-incumbency in the first year itself, with all the corruption allegations, etc. The anti-Hindu image that has hit them now is going to be very difficult to erase. Back to you for now.
That is right. And Niranjan, we also have to make our viewers understand exactly what has been happening, because we have seen that Mahesh Timmarodi has made a lot of controversial remarks. The BJP has said that the kind of remarks that he is making can cause a lot of hatred and cause a panic among the public. They had pointed this out a long time back, Niranjan.
Well, the official reason I think that has been given for the arrest of this anti-Dharmastala activist is that he made some comments. Now, there is also high drama. Let me tell you a little bit about the drama, because you'll see this activist just waving his hands, pretending like he's the victim here. Mahesh Timmarodi is the face of this entire campaign against Dharmastala. And we are live on story right now, and we'll try to get somebody live from the Republic Kannada newsroom as well. Republic Kannada has been, investigating the story, has been exposing these conspirators. And yesterday they had Sujata Bhatt. That's another story. That's another story that we must focus on, because Sujata Bhatt, the story, every lawyer, every leader who came and said there were bodies, they hinged their claim on this lady called Sujata Bhatt. Sujata Bhatt, there is a lady who claimed that she had a daughter called Ananya Bhatt who was killed and perhaps buried in Dharmastala. But it appeared that there was nobody called Ananya Bhatt. She actually showed a picture of a lady called Vasanti. And I mean, it's such a big, can you imagine the level of conspiracy that they actually made up stories, cooked up stories, found people, etc. To bolster these theories of mass burials. And as these details started to come out, they've all gone hiding right now. So I think they've been picked up to ensure that the full conspiracy is not, doesn't really reach at the doorstep of the government, perhaps there in Karnataka, because there is also an element, a big element of doubt. I think that Nagendra, you'll see Nagendra of Republic Kannada, he's there and he's been live throughout, and we will try and get him live as well. We need somebody from the Republic Kannada newsroom right now, so we will get them live. But let me tell you, the focus is also on the group of activists. We are hearing that all of these activists were working in one house. Can you believe it? They were all apparently working from one house, and all the characters were living under one roof. So it appeared like they were all working independently, but instead were working under one roof. And all of this is starting to come out right now. All of this is, starting to come out right now, and we are looking at all the details coming in. The Dharmastala hoax completely exposed. You'll see that, this story never really added up. And it's strange. You look at the kind of silence that is there in other media houses. When the story broke out, they played it like one of the biggest stories in Indian media, the biggest story of the decade, biggest cover-up, biggest mass burial, biggest rape, murder cover-up, etc. But nobody's saying a word on it. Is it because they were complicit somewhere? Now that is the story. They were complicit.
Right. Okay, Niranjan is getting us these back-to-back updates coming in where we see that it's a huge update where Republic Network and Republic Canada have exposed the Dharmastala hoax. And the latest coming in, we see that Mahesh Thimarodi has now been detained in this case. So this is a huge update coming in, big breaking update coming in. We're also understanding that as he's being taken by the police in a private vehicle, we're understanding that police from Dharmastala have taken Mahesh in fact, he's being taken away. And we also know that more than 50 policemen have reached Mahesh Thimarodi's house. He is likely to be taken to custody, and that has already happened over the derogatory statements that he has been making recently. So back-to-back updates coming in right now on Republic TV. And let's go back to our colleagues who are on the ground. We'll try to connect to our colleagues. We'll try to connect to Republic Bangla. But this is a huge exclusive of Republic Bangla viewers, where we are understanding that this hoax is very much out in the front, viewers. So back-to-back is coming in here, viewers on Republic TV, where we are understanding that the latest, the Dharmastala hoax activist Mahesh Thimarodi has been arrested. Focus now completely on Dharmastala hoax conspirators. All right, we've been joined by GS Prashant, a BJP spokesperson, joining us right now on Republic TV. Mr. Prashant, if you can hear me right now, this is not coming as a surprise, because the BJP had pointed out already that Mahesh Thimarodi has been making remarks which are causing a lot of hatred, which were causing a lot of misinformation.
Yes, definitely. See, his statements were bordering on hatred towards Hindus, and he was making comments on the sanctity of the Dharmastala temple, and which means it is hurting the sentiments of lakhs of devotees of the Dharmastala temple, and the government is not taking any action. So, as BJP always believe in the rule of law, and that he was guilty, and if he is being caught, and let him be interrogated and let the truth come out. We have always stood by the truth, and we want the truth to come out and ensure that the sentiments of lakhs of devotees are not hurt. And especially when it comes to Hindu pilgrimage sites and talking about our virasat, we don't want to engulf minds of our devotees with any fears and doubts. So let the truth come out, and I'm sure. And we only hope that the police conducts a fair investigation and finds out the truth.
Yes, Mr. Prashant. Also being joined by Bharat Shetty, BJP MLA, joining us here. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Shetty here. We see that Mahesh Thimarodi has made provocative posts on social media, made very vile accusations, defamation claims against Dharmastala figures, and now we see that he has been detained. Your first reaction?
Obviously, if he has been talking bad things and making false allegations about few of our leaders also. And a police complaint has been filed all over the district and the neighboring district also. And the police has to act according to the law. And they have arrested him, I think.
Right. But, Mr. Shetty, I just want to point out exactly what the BJP, if you could help us understand, because the BJP has pointed this out a long time back. The BJP has alleged earlier, before he was detained, of course, that the kind of comments that he's making, it doesn't seem sane. His comments were not sane at all.
Yeah, he has been talking very derogatory remarks about a few leaders. Not only from about the people in Dharmastala, about others also. And obviously our Karyakartas has gone and given some complaint against him for the remarks he has made.
All right. Okay. Thanks for joining us there, Mr. Bharat Shetty, joining us there on Republic TV. That was the BJP MLA. Taking a short break right now. Huge update coming in on Republic TV, viewers. The big story we're tracking right now is coming in from our sister channel, Republic Canada. Dharmastala hoax activist Mahesh Thimarodi has been arrested. Focus now has been detained. Focus is right now completely on Dharmastala hoax conspirators.
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
I choose a world where we care and we dare to love. I choose a world where we dream and the limit is the sky. And this world is my home where I'm living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics.
Living my best life.
Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
To avoid sending jets deep into hostile airspace, India is choosing missiles that can do the job from a safe distance, and on the top of the list come Scalp, also known as Storm Shadow. It is a subsonic cruise missile developed by MBDA and used by several NATO countries. It's designed to destroy
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल। ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े। क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
What makes you a legend? Maybe that you're followed by everyone. Maybe that you follow no one. Maybe both. 10 years of Creta. Legend forever.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, everyday.
Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta was attacked at her residence on the morning of 20th August. The Delhi CM was attending the weekly Jan Sunwai program at her official residence in Civil Lines. According Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva, the Chief Minister suffered a slight blow to the head. The suspected attacker has been identified as Rajesh Bhai Sakaria. He is 41-year-old and hails from Rajkot. However, there are no details on the motive for his attack. There's no clarity on whether his attack was politically motivated or if he was mentally unstable. The suspect has been detained by the Delhi police and is being questioned. The incident took place at around 8:30 am. The public grievances hearing is held every Wednesday at the Chief Minister's camp office. The hearing begins at 7 am and people from across Delhi arrive with their complaints and petitions. Rekha Gupta meets the complainants personally one after the other. Around 8:30 am, one of the complainants approached the Chief Minister and attacked her. Police nabbed the accused and took him to the
from Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
welcome. You're watching Live and Breaking at 11 a.m. I'm Tanisha Vasti. Ladies and gentlemen, Republic Canada is leading the investigation of exposing the hoax to defame and an attempt to demean the Dharmastala, one of the most religious holy sites in Karnataka. The man who led the campaign against Dharmastala temple has now been arrested. We're getting you that and a lot more in this edition, but first a quick check of the headlines. CRPF formally takes over security of Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta day after the attack. Z category security in effect from midnight. Another big boost for India's defence bandwidth. HAL confirms approval of 97 LCA Mk1A fighter jets. High-speed car runs and kills elderly man near Air Force Station in Mohali. Beer bottles found in car, allegations of cover-up surface. External Affairs Minister S.J. Shankar to meet Russian counterpart Lavrov today, set to discuss bilateral agenda. Amid tariff war by Washington, Indian rupee advances marginally against the United States dollar. Mollywood actress Rini and George make serious allegations against a Congress MLA, claiming he sent her obscene messages and continued to harass her despite warnings. High drama peaks over Dharmastala. Karnataka police arrest Dharmastala hoax activist Mahesh. And we start this edition with the top story, the big breaking news that's coming in. Mahesh Shetty Timarodi, an activist vocal on the Dharmastala issue who led the campaign against Dharmastala temple, was taken into custody today by the Udupi police for questioning. A hate speech case was filed against him at the police station over alleged derogatory remarks against the BJP leader B.L. Santosh as well, following a complaint by the Udupi ruler BJP Mandal President. Republic Canada, they're leading the investigation. Republic Network at Republic Canada has now exposed the Dharmastala hoax. The big breaking at the moment, more than 50 policemen, we learn, have reached Mahesh Tiramodi's house in Ujire. He is likely to be taken into custody over derogatory statement against Hindu religion and B.L. Santosh as well. Mahesh Shetty has been taken by police in a private vehicle. He was taken to the police station. He will be questioned. Police from Dharmastala reportedly took Mahesh Shetty to Brahamvar in Udupi. There is high drama that is also unfolding at his house as police has taken him into custody. Now the man who led the campaign against the Dharmastala temple alleges that there is a threat from police, and if something happens to his life, police will be held responsible, and threatens of people's revolt against his custody. So the man not only led the campaign against Dharmastala, but also has now been threatening of a people's revolt if something happens to him in custody. A big allegation there that's been leveled. The man leading the Dharmastala hoax has now been arrested. The big breaking news of the moment, broken by Republic Canada first. Smita is joining us live along with Abhishek from Kannada Newsroom and Abhishek from Bengaluru. Smita, first to you, talk to us about details of this man, Mahesh. We learned that he led the campaign against the Dharmastala temple. But what was the campaign about? What did he intend to do? And how did he spread false narratives?
Yeah, he is an activist who was, pro-Saujanya campaign, was led by three prominent faces. Mahesh Shetty Timrodi is one amongst them. And as you are rightly quoting, he is known for his anti-Dharmasthala, especially anti-Virendra Hegde campaign. In one of the social media interviews, the same person, Mahesh Shetty Timrodi, who has been taken to the custody today, had said that he would, likely rush a JCB to the temple town of Dharmasthala and make the Dharmasthala temple, Manjunatha Swami's temple, come to the grounds. This is the same person who has been taken to the custody today because of a case filed by Rajiv Kulal, alleging that this person, Mahesh Shetty Timrodi, is continuously making a derogatory statement against a few BJP leaders and also against the temple town and also against the Dharmadhikari Virendra Hegde, who is also the Rajya Sabha member. In the latest, social media interview, he had openly used vulgar and obscene words against few leaders and also against the temple town of Dharmastala. So the case was filed in Udupi's Brahmavara police station. Now the police came to inquire and there was a huge drama in Mahesh Shetty Timrodi's house. Many people named as his followers gathered there and they were chanting the slogan against the government and they were chanting the slogan against the BJP-led central government and they were asking justice for Saujanya. But whereas the arrest or the custody of Mahesh Shetty Timrodi is nowhere connected to Saujanya case, this is completely a separate case filed against him. But the people who call themselves as activists and who call themselves as people who are fighting for justice of Saujanya case were trying to deviate the entire scenario, who were continuously chanting the slogan justice for Saujanya, and they gave a quick reaction to the media saying that this arrest is to divert the ongoing SIT investigation. But let me tell clearly, the arrest or the custody of Mahesh Shetty Timrodi is nowhere connected to the SIT investigation, nowhere connected to the Saujanya case. This is entirely a separate case filed against Mahesh Shetty Timrodi for making a derogatory statements in an social media interview. The custody is for that particular case, but in front of his house there was a huge drama where many people gathered, were chanting the slogan that this arrest or this custody is completely illegal, and the state government and also the state and also the BJP central government is deliberately making a Mahesh Shetty Timrodi to step away from Dharmastala so that the SIT investigation get diverted or diluted is what they were chanting in the slogans. But we can clearly notice that there was a deliberate effort to divert the issue. As I'm repeatedly saying, the arrest or taking of Mahesh Shetty Timrodi to the custody is not related to the Saujanya case or to the SIT, but it is a completely different case filed against him in Udupi Brahmavara police station. Back to studio.
Right, Smita, stay with me. I'm also being joined by Abhishek live from Bengaluru. Abhishek, what next for Mahesh now since he's been taken into custody? We learned that there were nearly 50 policemen who reached at his residence. There was high drama that unfolded at his residence. He's now been taken into custody. What is the process that will be followed after this?
Well, with respect to the Mahesh Shetty Timrodi's arrest procedure, more than 50 to 60 police from the Udupi had to reach out to Mahesh Shetty Timrodi's residence to arrest him. On the other hand, we've also seen at least a mob of people who might be outnumbered by the police were present at Timrodi's residence to contest against the police behavior. The police were threatened, stating that the Mahesh Shetty Timrodi will be brought to the concerned station by themselves, and they didn't want the arrest to happen right in front of the people who were assembled in Timrodi's residence. On the other hand, we've also seen Girish Mattannanavar and other people who were present there told that they would bring the accused person in the Brahmavara police station case, that is Mahesh Shetty Timrodi, in their private vehicle because of the safety concern. On the other hand, police who couldn't give a heed to the demands of the people who were assembled at Timrodi's residence took him into custody. As of now, with respect to this arrest, the police have taken Mahesh Shetty Timrodi into custody. They will be taking him towards the Brahmavara police station is what we've been informed as of now. With respect to what Smita has already informed, this is with respect to a derogatory statement made against BL Santosh on a social media platform by Mahesh Shetty Timrodi. So we will have to see how Timrodi's fans and advocates would behave in the next couple of days, because we've always seen Timurodi, who was speaking against the Dharmastala family or the administration family of the Dharmastala temple. And also, on the other hand, Timurodi had various other allegations against the Dharmastala shrine as well. We've also seen Timurodi, who might have been the chief conspirator in the masked man case. So there were various other developments with respect to Timurodi's statements. In the last couple of days, Home Minister Dr. G. Parmeshwara also had informed us he hadn't directed the police to conduct the arrest of the Mahesh Shetty Timurodi based on the defamatory word used or a derogatory word used against the Home Minister and Chief Minister themselves. So this might be a police procedure, is what Home Minister Parmeshwara had previously mentioned. So we will have to wait for the response from the government of Karnataka to see what their point of view might be, and also we will have to see what the next step of the followers and the fans of Mahesh Shetty Timurodi might be in the next couple of hours. Tanisha.
Absolutely. Abhishek, stay with me. Smita continues to be with me at the broadcast. Smita, after Mahesh Timurodi's arrest, who are the next in line? Because he is the man who led the conspiracy against Dharmastala temple, the hoax that he led, which led to a huge drama. In fact, there were claims after claims that came, but everything was just dismissed. The SIT is on it, but who are the other people who are also under the dock?
Republic Kannada, in its continuous investigative reportage from the ground at Dharmastala, 4 reporters are still there giving live updates from Dharmastala. There was a huge campaign against Dharmastala temple and the administrative family of Dharmastala temple. As I was saying earlier, Mahesh Shetty Timurodi was the prominent amongst them. And now we have Girish Mattanavar, who is a former policeman also and accused of, keeping a bomb in Vidhan Sauda. Now, he might lead the campaign, but this campaign, which is completely outside, might not influence the ongoing SIT investigation, as SIT officers are now stopped the digging, exhumation, and now they are interrogating the evidences, including that masked man who had showed few spots saying that he had buried many women and young girls there, but the exhumation have been stopped by the interrogation of him, and also few persons who he named in his complaint are continuously going on, while the Karnataka government has also said very openly in the ongoing session that the SIT investigation will not be influenced by any of these protests, anti-Dharmastala protests which is going on. But the larger question is, till when will this SIT investigation go on? How many more spots and where else? Will there be an end to this digging? Will there be an end to this interrogations? It's almost more than a month now since the SIT has taken up the issue, and the digging process have been happening. The opposition here, BJP, is also asking for an interim report of SIT. What are the findings of the investigation, and also till when should the SIT and also the state government keep on listening to this masked man? Won't his interrogation take another step? Won't his interrogation be made more fierce, and to check who are all there in his background? Is this anti-Dharmastala campaigners or the activists or behind this masked man? The opposition here is also demanding the government to answer for these questions. So we are also waiting curiously, will the government answer to these questions today in the session?
Right, Smita, on that note, thank you very much. Abhishek, thank you very much for joining us here on the broadcast, sharing those details. We will come back to you as and when there are updates in the story. But for now, we have to move across to some other breaking news that's coming in. This one is from the national capital. Union Minister Harsh Malhotra and Delhi BJP MPs met Chief Minister Rekha Gupta today. This is just 24 hours after she was attacked inside her own residence. The Chief Minister was attacked by Rajesh Khimji during a public meet inside her residence. He's been taken to 5-day police remand. We learned that there might be a scene recreation that might be held today by the Delhi police officials. First visuals of the meeting that has been chaired by Chief Minister Rekha Gupta on your screens. She looks unwell. She looks like she has received injuries, and along with her is Union Minister Harsh Malhotra. BJP MP Manoj Tiwari can also be seen in the picture. These are the first visuals of the Chief Minister Rekha Gupta 24 hours after she was attacked. Akhil is joining me on the broadcast on that note. Akhil, what is this meeting all about, and any health update about the Delhi Chief Minister who the BJP claims had received severe injuries?
Well, that's right. If you see, the first picture has come out after this horrific incident that took place inside the very premises of Delhi Chief Minister Ms. Rekha Gupta's bungalow. And here in that picture, what we can easily see that several senior BJP leaders from the Delhi national capital is still there in that visual. If you see Praveen Khandelwal, who is the member of parliament from Chandni Chowk, he is still over there. Kamaljeet Sehrawat, she's from the member of parliament from West Delhi, she is still there. Ramesh Biduri, member of parliament from South Delhi, is also there. From Northeast Delhi, what we have seen that Manoj Tiwari, who is the member of parliament from Northeast Delhi, he is also there. So all the 7 member of parliament from the national capital are there. They are meeting and they are inquiring about the health and well-being of the chief minister at this point in time at the very residence of the chief minister at a bungalow in civil lines. Here you can see in that visual, it's pretty clear that Bansuri Swaraj is also over there. Yogendra Chandolia, who is the member of parliament from Northwest Delhi, he is also there. So all the 7 member of parliamentarians from the national capital is still there after that horrific incident. And on the part of the investigation, if you see, what has happened that the Delhi police team has recovered the details, the CCTV footages as well from the chief minister's residence, and in connection with the case, and sustained interrogation of the accused is still going on.
Right, absolutely, Akhil. One more thing that I wanted to know is about the health update of the Chief Minister. It was said that she had received injuries on her hand, on her leg and also on her head, is what the BJP claimed yesterday. Is there a medical bulletin that has been released yet by the hospital?
Well, that's right, Tanisha. This was an unprovoked attempt. This was a deliberate attempt in which what we have seen that the Chief Minister has got badly injured. This was a serious attack. This is what the BJP has been constantly claiming. And I spoke to Manjinder Singh Sirsa yesterday itself, and he has said this to Republic TV that the person who attacked the Chief Minister, his intentions were not right, and it was a deliberate attempt. And he has said that earlier as well. If you see, if you just go by the visuals that we have recovered from 2 different locations. So one is from the Shalimar Bagh area, from where different CCTV footages have come from. In that, what we have seen that the accused has rakied both the places. One, the ancestral home of Chief Minister Rekha Gupta at Shalimar Bagh itself, and apart from that, he has also rakied her second home, which is the official residence, official bungalow at civil line. So both the houses were rakied by the accused in connection with the case, and after that, he has planned it meticulously and then entered into the premises of Rekha Gupta when Jan Sunwai program was being held at around 7:45. And when Chief Minister arrived over there, he was sitting over there, and the moment he found the right time, then he attacked the Chief Minister.
Right, Akhil, thank you very much for getting us those details. Quickly moving across to some other breaking news that we are getting in as the centre tabled the bill for the removal of the Prime Minister, Chief Ministers and Ministers held on serious criminal charges. Bihar leader of opposition Tejasvi Yadav took a dig at the centre. Here's what he had to say.
As the centre tabled the bill in Lok Sabha for the removal of the Prime Minister, Chief Ministers and Ministers held on serious criminal charges, former Bihar Deputy Chief Minister and Leader of Opposition Tejasvi Yadav hit out at the centre, alleging the law is being brought only to blackmail and intimidate NDA allies Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu. Tejasvi Yadav further added many Chief Ministers were kept in jail, but all were acquitted like Hemant Soren and Arvind Kejriwal. But the law is being brought to weaken the democracy.
ये तो नीतीश जी के लिए ला रही है, चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी के लिए ला रही है। ये लोगों का केवल यही काम है, ब्लैकमेल करो। ईडी के केस में पीएमएल एक्ट लग जाए तो बेल तो हो ही नहीं सकता जल्दी। तो ये सब तो टॉर्चर करने का काम कर रहे हैं। देश को बनाने का काम करना चाहिए, तो ये लोग बिगाड़ रहे हैं।
भारत
1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
Here's a quick check of the other stories that we're tracking in Bharat in 1 minute. The Yamuna River in Delhi is flowing close to the danger mark, raising concerns of possible flooding in low-lying areas. Authorities are closely monitoring the situation and have advised people living near the banks to remain on alert. Disaster management team are on standby as precautionary measures are being taken to prevent any major incident. An elderly man was killed after being run over by a high-speed car near the Air Force station in Mullanpur, Punjab. The car carrying 2 boys and 2 girls were reportedly found with beer bottles and other objectionable items. The police made a settlement of rupees 9 lakh instead of filing a case, which is the allegation so far, and this has now sparked outrage. Five schools in Delhi, including Prasad Nagar, Dwarka Sector 5, have received bomb threats. At least 121 schools in the capital have received bomb threat emails in the past few days, claiming explosives have been planted inside the premises. Delhi Police, Dog Squad, Bomb Squad and Fire Brigade team are at the spot. Nothing suspicious has been found from the school so far. And we have some more breaking news coming in from the state of Karnataka, where the Karnataka State Contractors Association President R. Manjunath has alleged that corruption has worsened under the current government compared to the previous one. And contractors meeting has been held in Shivamoga. Contractors Association President R. Manjunath has alleged that corruption has worsened with commissions for workers increasing. Manjunath has said that earlier there were 40% commission covered everything from the inaugural puja to the final payment for the work. That remains the same even now, but the commission rate has been increased compared to the previous government. Moving on, Jammu railway station is on alert after pigeon with IED blast threat caught near India-Pakistan international border. Our colleague Gursimran Singh brings you this report.
This incident that has been reported in the Khatmaria area of the Dwarka sector of the Jammu international border, the Indo-Pakistan international border. It is in the forward post of the BSF that this pigeon was recovered, after which the agency swung into the action. Jammu and Kashmir police was informed by the border security force of this incident taking place, that a threat letter has been recovered from a rubber band that was tied with the leg of this pigeon, and it reads that the Jammu station ID blast, post which the security has been beefed up. Right now we are outside the Jammu railway station, and here you will see the security beef up that has taken place. Generally also this is one of the vulnerable places or